And nobody really knew anything about childhood cancer. We knew it happened, and it's only when you immerse yourself in that experience you realize, whoa, we had no network, we had no community. We'd see each other at the hospital, but that's about as far as it really went.
I suppose the main reason we wanted to do something at the time was that we felt there wasn't awareness, and it was genuinely just to create awareness, get people talking about childhood cancer, and that it is real, it does happen, and that kids were dying, and it was very real.
We did come together to organise a walk, the first walk that was at the Mansion House. And fundamentally, our idea was to highlight the gold ribbon. That was pretty much that, nobody really knew that the gold ribbon was for childhood cancer.
That there was a movement that was gathering momentum in the US about lighting up buildings gold, gold being the international colour of childhood cancer. And a couple of parents thought it would be a really great idea if we could replicate what was being done in the US. When we started talking about childhood cancer, there were so many people who were willing to help us.
I suppose from my point of view, before Danny got sick, I was blissfully unaware, you see posters and things like that, and you see advertisements, but you don't pay a whole lot of attention to them because it doesn't affect you. And then when it does affect you, you feel you need to do more. You need to get the word out there. As a group of parents at the time, I think we all were very like-minded.
The planning at the initial stages was just for a walk, and the walk would be a candlelit vigil walk.
The experience that day was remarkable. I always remember walking through, town, and cars were stopping and beeping, and it was such a remarkable experience. And, I think from that we were on such a high that, we needed to build more from that. We needed to do more each year to represent this. And, the walk just was a great way to bring everybody together.
It was to recognise the bravery of children and families who were in treatment, and also to recognise the bravery of children who were survivors, and also to remember and to walk in solidarity with families who had lost their children to cancer.
It really made us realise as a group that actually we're quite an exclusive group, unfortunately, in those terms, and that you don't go into everyday settings and have the opportunity to maybe have similar experiences with other parents.
The aim was to have a light up gold walk, and they came up with the logo Light Up Gold, which was a wonderful logo at the time. And at that point, it was really about raising awareness of the fact that children got cancer, of the fact that children died tragically from cancer, and to raise awareness of all of the issues and challenges that children face during their cancer treatment, and the myriad of challenges that their families faced.
We were all parents going through this together. There didn't seem to be anything really out there, kind of representing the children, our children. Coming together as a group was a real kind of defining moment, I think, as parents, taking a stand against wanting to do more, and also raising the profile of September being Childhood Cancer Awareness Month.
We saw when Danny got sick that, our extended group of friends, our families were all so massively affected, and that the amount of kids that get diagnosed every year is a big number, and just to fight for them. And so we all came together, we all had the same goal, and it turned into a great night.
And couldn't believe the amount of people that came out to walk around Stephen's Green, and who had past experiences of a child who'd had a diagnosis, and either they survived or maybe have passed away, and they just felt that this was somewhere that they belonged, whereas in other settings, social settings, they didn't.
I remember it very well. It was a beautiful late summer's evening. We were all gathered outside the Mansion House, and the Lord Mayor's office were completely supportive of the walk. So it attracted a lot of media attention. There was a great turnout. There was a lovely atmosphere, but there was a very serene atmosphere. And it was because we knew what we were walking for. We knew that there were children who were walking, who were in treatment, who were there with their friends. There were families who had lost children, and it was really poignant and like so sad to see them walking with holding photographs of their children who had passed away. We walked behind this very, very large banner and lighted up gold for childhood cancer awareness. And as we approached the Mansion House, it was actually getting emotional now thinking about it. As we approached the Mansion House, the Dublin Gospel Choir were singing, and one of the songs that they were singing was Something Inside So Strong. So it was really, really moving, very, very touching, and a very special evening. Everyone felt, I think, that night that it was really the start of something. Looking back over the last 10 years, I don't think we ever thought, back then we would be where we are now.
And we knew that, other people were going to stand on our shoulders, and we were going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. Yeah, I'm very proud of that the fundamental part of why we came together is still the core idea behind childhood cancer. What makes me proud is that it is helping other parents and other families to progress through their treatment and afterwards can sometimes be a lot harder,